All right. Shall we begin today's class? Shall we begin? We have about 80% attendance. That's fine enough. People will join in about 10-15 minutes. Okay. So as usual, first let's quickly see the assignment. Guys, today's class is a little complex in terms of understanding things. So I will need more time today. So I'll quickly go through the assignment. Okay, in like 10 minutes, and then we'll begin the class, because I need some time. Then if there is time, we'll come back to the assignment if anybody has more questions. Okay, so basically what we had was this data set. What we had to do was calculate all this. So for 713, what is the details? So we look up. Anybody doubt? Any doubt in this? Anybody has any doubt in this? Anybody has any doubt in this? Yes, Panu, what's the doubt? Guys, I need everybody to respond. There are 17 people in the class right now. Please talk to me, everyone. Only 4 or 5 people are talking to me. Pushpendra, what's the doubt? Oh, sorry, no doubt. Okay. Okay. That's good. All right. So that's clear. Now, I'm going to quickly teach something new here. All right. So anyways, I wanted to cover this last time, but we did not get enough time for this, so I did not cover it. But I'll cover it here. Okay, Siddhant, we'll come to that question. Let me just finish the assignment first, then we'll come to that question. Okay, for the VLOOKUP, guys, I'm going to teach you something new right now. So I want everybody to pay full attention, and then we'll go to database functions. All right. So in VLOOKUP, what we did is we first chose this cell, right? Then we chose the entire data set. Yes. And then we said 3, 0, correct? So what I can also do is I'm just going to copy this here so that you see that I'm doing it fresh again. And I'm just going to delete this. All right. So what I'm going to now do is first I'm going to give some names. All right. So what do I mean by names? Okay. So let's say, okay, what is the lane that you stay in? What is the lane that you stay in? Like the road or the street? What is it called? Left street. Okay. Okay. So think like this, that there were all numbers of roads, numbers given to roads, and that too not in sequence. All right. See, right now we are able to understand road numbers because they are in sequence. So that's a good thing. But what if numbers were not in sequence? Would you be able to find any road? It would be very difficult. That is one thing. Second better example is that if you know this, every website has actually an IP address, right? So it's like 192 or 172 dot something or 10 dot something dot something dot something. And then there is a name given to it so that it's easy to remember, right? So even if when you type google.com, it actually is a IP address behind it. All right. So what we are going to now do is, instead of having to select the data every time, so what I'm doing is I'm first pressing Control A, I'm selecting the data, and in the formulas tab, I'm going into name manager, and I'm saying new. And here I can give a name. So I'm saying all underscore data. All right. You cannot have a space here. This cannot have a space. And it refers to, I'm giving the region. So because I already pressed Control A, it's come out. And I'm pressing OK. So now what has happened is this particular range A1 to G21 has got this name all underscore data. Is this much clear to everyone? Is this much clear to everyone? Yes? Others? Let's do one more. So I'm going to say new, and I'm going to say, and I'm going to call it M code. Okay, M code ref, I'm going to call it, and I'm going to refer to it, not the entire data, but I'm going to refer this one. Okay, M code ref, I'm giving it EMPCODEREF. So I've given one more name. Okay, now observe what happens. So here, okay, earlier what we had to do is we had to put these dollar signs, right? So to be able to copy the formula down. You remember we had to put these dollar signs to be able to copy the formula down? Yes, everyone? When we wanted something to be constant, we had to put the dollar signs, right? So here, now what I can do is, instead of having to select anything at all, I can directly say M code ref, comma, all underscore data, comma 3, comma 0, and boom. Now when I copy it down, no dollar signs required because this is anyways a reference name, not the actual reference. Now I just need to change this. So 527. So I just need to change this 527, and it could be, I don't know, 4 or whatever it is. What is it? 6. Is that making sense, everyone? Is that making sense? Yes. So I want you to do this in this example only. Create two names, one for all underscore data and one for mcode ref, and then make this formula. You will find it in the formulas tab, name manager. If you have any question, ask me, please. Quickly do this. Changing date. Control Shift 3, Banu. Control Shift 3. It's okay, Vivek. There's a lot of people out there who don't know this. Don't worry. I've seen this comment a lot of times. Now you will start using this in a lot of things, not just VLOOKUP. We learn it today only, but you will see that you can use this in a lot of things. Yep, I can understand. Guys, let me know once you're done. Huh? Write DONE. Otherwise, I'll keep waiting. Amit, which part? Which part? Which part, Amit? just select the data, go to name manager and say new. In formulas tab, name manager and say new. And that's how you can create it. You can give a name to it. Please pay attention when I'm showing it. It'll be difficult to repeat everything. Guys, please write done once you're done. What is the difficulty, Madan? Please tell me what's the difficulty. I can explain.
Hello.
Yes, Madan.
Are you able to hear me, sir?
Yes, yes.
Hello. Okay. When I'm selecting the data and then formula name manager, in the name I'm giving all data. When I'm clicking OK, the name that you have entered is not valid.
So you put
this is the comment that is.
Yeah, so you put all space data, right?
Yeah, selected the data article.
No. What is the name that you're given? All space data. You're given a space there? You see?
Yeah, I have given space.
Yeah, so that's what I said. No, space is not allowed. You cannot put a space. That's why I put underscore.
Okay.
Understood?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Welcome. Others are getting it. Some people are yet to complete. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the other part of the assignment, and then we'll see name manager there also. So some people had some questions in this. Okay, first, out of these 6, which are difficult to do? 4 and 6. Okay, see, 4 is this. 3 is simple, very easy. For 4 it is like this. For 4 it is like this. And 6 is also very simple, nothing to do much. You have to take the F column in 6. Is that clear, Ashutosh and Bhanu? Anybody else has any questions? I don't think many people have solved the assignment. Oh yes, Vivek. Yes, absolutely. That's what I'm just going to cover right now. Yeah, so we'll do one dsum right now so that you get the idea. You must use it in all now. See, until now I did not. So ideally, a lot of people come back and tell me that why didn't you teach this in the first class itself? Why waste all this time and effort in understanding all this? So the point is that you must understand first. That's the reason I did not teach you earlier. Now that you've understood how to do dollar signs properly, now you can learn this so you know where you're making your mistakes. All right. Banu and Vivek, is this clear? I'm sorry, Banu and Ashutosh? You all had doubts? Yes, okay. Banu? 3. 3 is nothing, just this. That's it. 4 was tougher. Four. Yeah, that's fine. But you need to understand that this is what is concerned. If you understood this, then it's fine. Vivek, this is what you have to figure out. Banu, can you put your formula, Banu, in the chat box? Let me just see it once quickly. Yeah. Your problem is in the last part of the formula. What you've done is J27 to J28. It means you've just selected this much and not this much. You understand? If it was J to K, your formula was correct. So what you've done is only selected 2 cells instead of 4 cells. Oh, sorry. Question 3. So then why do you have... I think I'm getting mixed up. Sorry. Uh, okay. Can you tell me what you've written here? Sorry, I got mixed up in your comment and Vivek's comment. Can you tell me what you've written here, Banu? Check the spelling of salary. Check the spelling of salary. It should not have any space at the end. Okay. Can you share your screen, Banu? Let me quickly see it. I need to start today's class. Click on the monitor sign. Click on the monitor sign. Yeah. Okay. Let me just see it for a bit. B1 to G21, G20, G1. Press F2. Press F2. Oh, in salary less than 70,000, you put a space after the less than. Why? Silly mistake. Yeah, in there. Remove that space between less than and 70,000. Enter. Enter. Huh? Still it didn't work. Dsum G B1 to G21 G1. That's weird. Please open it. Please expand it. Let me just see it. Go up in the data set. Go up in the data set. Go up. Okay, go to cell G1. Go to cell G1. G1. Press F2. Okay, go back. Go back to the formula. That's really weird, yeah. Go to the formula, no? Open the formula. Yeah, that should not matter, Gaurav. That should not matter because anyways A column is not being used, right, in the formula. That should not matter. Okay, go to cell J28. Go to cell J28. Press F2. Go to the first part. Go to the first left side. Left side. Left. There only. There only. Within the cell, leftmost part. There is a space there. Stupid mistake, no? Understood? This is for everyone and not for him. See, it took me also about 2 to 3 minutes to figure out. So it was a silly mistake, but difficult to figure out such a silly mistake. Yeah, so it's a good learning for everybody. Understood, Banu? Yes, Ashutosh, we are yet to cover sheet 2. Shit, it's already 10:24. Okay, I'll quickly cover this, guys. So same way, I wanted to do a dsum using this. So right, how do we did a d count using that? So what I'm going to now do is, I've already given all data, right? So we want a total of, okay, let me use the dsum. Yeah, let's do the dsum. G1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give a name to G1. Please observe, guys, you don't need to do this. Salary underscore header I'm giving to G1. All right. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give this my criteria. So I'm going to call this criteria. Sorry, I have to do it for the second question. I'm going to say new criteria 2. I'm giving it criteria 2 for the second question. Okay. Now the same formula, what I'm going to do is dsum all underscore data, comma, salary underscore header, comma, criteria underscore criteria 2. And I got the same answer. Is that clear to everybody? You don't need to do this. Is it clear to everybody? Yes, everyone? Just be, don't worry. Anyways, you can see this in the recording. I'm going to start sheet 2 right now anyways. Don't worry. We are starting a new subtopic anyways, as in part of the assignment. Everybody clear? Everybody absolutely clear? Cool. Let's go forward. Okay, here. Any doubt in sheet 2? I'm just going to open the formula. Read and tell me if you have any doubt. Read and tell me if you have any doubt, guys. What's the doubt? It was so simple. It was pretty simple. Ashish, what's the doubt? So then how did you solve it, Ashutosh? It's impossible to solve it without that, no? Very silly mistake. What did we learn dollar signs for? Come on now, these kind of mistakes you should not do, huh? Carry on, everyone. Can we start today's class? Yes? All right. I'm going to close the assignment. Let's save it. Everybody please open today's file. Somebody was asking me last time, how do we use index and match? So that's what we are going to start today. Everybody let me know once you open the file so I can start. Okay, please observe. Please observe. So basically, what index match is that when you have data which is kind of okay, let me put it simply. In VLOOKUP, we know that we were always able to look on the right side, right? Let's say this was your data, this was your first column, and this was your data. So you're always able to look on the right side, yes or no? Yes or no? But in index and match, you can also look on the left side. So from here, I can even look on the left side. Is the need very clear? Yes. Okay. Second thing, in VLOOKUP, you are able to look based on only one item. So I want something of this, of that. So here what we are going to do is we are going to take 2 points. Okay, so I'm going to put it like this. First we'll see this line and then we'll see this line. Okay, so as an example, what I've done here is a Mumbai Metro price chart. Okay, so let's say I want to go from Sakinaka to Azad Nagar. Now where is Azad Nagar on top? You got to figure that out. So when I see this entire line, I can see that Azad Nagar is here, right? Hence, I get this as the output. Is this making sense to everyone? Is this much making sense to everyone? Yes. Let's say I want to go from Ghatkopar, so that's your Ghatkopar, to I want to go to Airport Road. So where is Airport Road? Airport Road is here. Hence, this is my output. Is that clear to everyone? Is that clear to everyone? Yes. So always remember, in index, first look vertically, then look horizontally. Please make this as a note. Please make this as a note. In index, first look vertically and then look horizontally. Okay. And there are three parts to index. First is your full data, then row number, that is look vertically, and column number, that is look horizontally. That's your index. Is this clear to everyone? Okay, I'm going to do one example, then I want you to do the other examples. Okay, so example one is, so I'm going to write it like this: source, destination, and fare. That's what we are going to write. Okay, this is example one, this is example two. Source is, as we decided earlier, Sakinaka, and Azad Nagar is the destination. Second source is Ghatkopar and Airport Road. Okay, so I'm going to do one example, you do the second example. How I'm going to do it is index. First is array, means I have to select full data. So before doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a name, right? So I'm going to call it metro underscore data. I'm calling it metro underscore data. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say index metro data, comma. What is the row number of Sakinaka? So you got to count it: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. What is the column number of Azad Nagar? 1, 2, 3. And hence I get 30 as the output. Is that making sense to everyone? Is that making sense to everyone? Yes. So solve question numbers 1 and 2 both. No, Arnab, I'm sorry. Please pay attention, Arnab. It will be difficult to repeat everything. Which part did you not understand? You can tell me specific. I can explain that. Which part, Arnab? Array is full data, nothing else. So what I did is I just selected the full data, gave it a name. The way we gave it a name earlier, I just gave it a name, like the name manager that we were using. Done, everyone? Yep. Done, everyone? Easy enough? All right. Okay, carrying on. Carrying on, everybody. Please observe. Please observe. Now, it is very difficult to calculate this manually, right? 10 and 3 every time. Yes or no? It's very difficult to do that manually, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to find an easier way and tell Excel that I'm just going to show you the position of that station. You find the number, the row number or the column number. Is that okay, everyone? Is that okay? Logically, is it clear? That instead of having to type 10 manually, we are going to tell Excel, I'm just going to point it out that it's here. Now you find the position number. So here we want to find 10 and 3, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use match. Okay. Now match also, first let me just explain what is match. First is lookup value, similar to VLOOKUP. Second is data set. And third is you just have to put 0. We will not be using 1 and -1. It's not required only. I've been using Excel since a long time. I've not needed to use 1 and -1. All right. So what we are going to do is we are going to say match. Find what? Find Sakinaka. Where? Here, comma 0. Is that making sense? Is that making sense? Same way, I can say match Azad Nagar, comma here, comma 0. Is that making sense? Okay, so go ahead and incorporate. Now listen to the question carefully. Okay, I'm going to keep this open, but incorporate this into your formula so that whenever I change this or this, the value should change. So if I suddenly make this instead of Sakinaka, I make it Andheri, then the fare should update. Is the question clear? Source and destination, I should be able to enter whatever I want and the fare should update. Is the question clear? I'll give you 5 minutes, try this out. I'm here only if you have any question. No, vertically first, Gaurav, then horizontally. First is vertical, then horizontal. And the reason for that is because it requires row number first and then column number. So to give row number, you need to do it horizontal, vertical first. Make sense? Show me your formula, Amit. Paste your formula in the chat box. All data, match. Yeah, so you've only given one match, right? What about the second match? You've only given the row number. What about the column number, Amit? Getting it, everyone? Think about it, Bhanu, again. See what Vivek has done. Amit, if you select all data in all the three parts, how is it going to work? You have to find vertically and horizontally. That is gone. Where is vertically and horizontally? Good one, Bhanu. Where is vertically and horizontally, Amit, in your formula? Just think about it. Where is vertical? Where is horizontal? Others understood? All of you? I created a name manage. Oh yeah, yeah, of course, it should work. Why not? That is auto question. You can use it in anything, Vivek. Good, Amit. Okay, everyone. Is that absolutely clear to everybody? So just for the sake of if somebody's not got it, what you need to do is instead of 10, say match, find, find Sakinaka here, comma 0, and for the second match, find Azad comma here, this horizontally, comma 0. So if I change this to Andheri, the value will change. Absolutely clear with everyone? Needless to say, you can apply names wherever you want in the formula. What is row underscore star? What is the selection that you've done? Is it G1 to G13? Row underscore star, is it G1 to G13? Vivek, just check that. Okay. And column underscore star? It should have worked. Can you share your screen, Vivek? Just press the monitor sign. Let me see it quickly. Just press the monitor sign. Yeah, press OK. Yeah. Go back to your formula. Let me just see the formula. अरे डेस्टिनेशन में एयरपोर्ट रोड का स्पेलिंग देखो, ऐसा क्यों मिस्टेक कर रहे हो? डेस्टिनेशन कहाँ लिखा है आपने? हाँ, एयरपोर्ट रोड का स्पेलिंग क्या है? ओके, सिंपल थिंग्स. You have to be aware of all this, huh? Okay, just quick tip, guys. Because Vivek, they made this mistake, I've got this idea right now. It's a good thing that you made this mistake. I got this idea to tell everyone. Guys, quick tip. Please observe. Please observe. What I can do is in the source, I can say, nice. Function in data validation list. Exactly what I was going to do. So I was going to apply data validation list is source. So I'll take this as my source. See, now you can choose from here. Same way you can do it for destination. Good one, Gaurav. You got this. That's good. Very good, Gaurav. Yep. Yes, Vivek. And it's also easier, right? Instead of typing the entire thing. Okay. Now, guys, one more example. I'll give you 10 minutes to solve that example. Come on the right side. Come on the right side. This you have to do it yourself. I'm not going to give any hints. I'll give you 10 minutes to solve this. So this is our normal data that we use. Yes or no? This is the regular data that we have used. Yes. The only difference is order number now is in the center instead of the first column. So what I want you to do is find for order number 21 what are the details of date as in the order date, then next style, then quantity and color. Find these four details for order number 21. Needless to say, you cannot look on the left using VLOOKUP, so you will have to use index match. So go ahead and do this. I'm putting myself on mute. I'll give you 10 minutes. Please solve it. Getting it, everyone? Good guys, I'm really liking it the way you are doing it. It's pretty good. Very good, Vivek. Others are getting it. Vivek has got the perfect answer. Should I explain or you're getting it? Let me know, otherwise we'll keep wasting time. I mean, we can't have more than this time. Okay, I'm going to quickly explain. Everybody please observe. We are still on the first sheet, guys, for today. We still have to complete so many sheets. Today is a little complex class. Don't worry, I'll make it as simple as possible. Only this sheet will take so much time, others won't. So that is not a worry. But just please understand this. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to select the entire data and give a name. Okay. See, I'm just using a approach. Now it's up to you how you want to do it. I'm again calling this data full, data underscore full, whatever name you want to give. Now we have to understand that we are looking for the order number. right? So basically, we need to point this order number somewhere in this, yes or no? Yes or no? Guys, now everybody leave everything and pay full attention, guys. Then I won't be able to repeat it. Huh? Just pay full attention here. What basically we need to do is find this order number somewhere in this column. Yes or no? Yes or no? Everybody, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first say index. I'm going to say full underscore data, data underscore full, sorry. Now, for the row number, I need to find the row number. So I'm going to say match, find this year, comma 0. Is that making sense? Is that making sense? Is that making sense to everybody? So that will give me a position of 21. Correct? One point I've received. Now, the second position is I have to give a horizontal position, right? So the order date is the first column. So there is an one option is that I use one more match. Second option is I directly put one and I will still get the answer. Yes. Now, if I fix all this, just observe, okay? If I fix all this and I copy this down, all I need to do is change this 1 to 4 and I get the, sorry, to 5 and I get the next time. Yes or no? Is this much clear to everybody? Yes, but instead of doing that, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use one more match. And I'm going to say find this horizontally, comma 0. Now what you have is, even this part you can fix, but this you will not fix. The reason is, you want that to keep changing. See this. Now try to read this and try to make sense out of it. I'll give it 3-4 minutes more and then we'll start the next sheet. Done everyone? Uh, Let me check Amit's AC4, V1 to V31. Again, same mistake, Amit. You're looking, both times you're looking vertically. Where is the horizontal in your formula? Where is the horizontal? No problem, it will take some time, but just think about it. Vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal. Just always focus like that. Done, everybody? The second part, where you choose only the column headers. That's it. So basically, Amit, what you did is with the formula, you basically pointed out here internally, and then for next style or for quantity, for example, you pointed here. So you got this as the output. Is that making sense now? Is that making sense? Same logic. You're pointing to and getting the intersection as the output value. Everybody done? Can I carry on? Press, just make it general. Banu, make it general from here. Make it general from here. For row, I'm selecting vertical and column. What the? This, Amit, this horizontal. How can we see formula in the cell instead of result? Okay. Press once again. There was a shortcut for it. Yeah. So you can go to formulas and say show formulas, and there the shortcut is also mentioned. Just click on this show formulas, and you can see the entire formula instead of the value in everything. Clear, Vivek? For everybody also, formulas, show formulas. All right, guys, I'm going to start the next topic because we only have 10 minutes before the break. I'm going to take a very small topic, that is the last sheet, which is called choose. Okay, so that will not take time. I'll finish that right now, and then after the break, we'll start with offset and indirect. Okay, everybody please come to choose. Everybody please come to choose. Choose is, honestly, I'm being very, very honest. I have not had to use choose anywhere till now because I find it too cumbersome to use. So I'm going to teach it because it's a part of the structure of the course. But honestly, I have not found any real use case for this. So I've always found my workarounds better to be than this. But still, there is one thing that I will use. If I ever have to use, I'll use it in this. So I'm going to take that only as an example. All right. So before I take that as an example, let me just explain what choose is. So I'm just going to write my family's names. So there are 5 people in my family. Okay. What I'm going to do is say choose. I have to give an index number. Now because I have 5 people, I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So let's say I'll take 3, comma, value. So either I can type the values like this, okay, in terms of values, or I can just choose from this. So this is my first, this is my second, third, fourth, and fifth. Now because I chose 3 here, I got Jayesh as output. If I write 2 here, I get a G as the output. If I write 5 here, I get D as the output. Simple enough. Very, very simple enough. Yes, everyone? Yes? Go ahead and please try this and then I'll give you an example of where you can use this. Yeah, the choose objective is this only, but I'll just give you a use case where you could use it after this once you understood. Then I'll give you a use case. Is everybody done with choose? Done everyone? Can I carry on? Okay, now simple use case. Okay, please observe, please observe. Again, I'm going to either, oh, sorry. Now here, I could have also written 1 year and chosen this from here, right? Simple, right? Nothing to think about much in that. Everybody understands this, right? Nothing too much think about. Yes? Yes, everyone? Hmm? Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to again write 1, so that's your index number, but then choose what I'm going to do is, I'll take this first. The first, I'm going to take a summation of this, comma. Second, I'm going to take average of this, comma. Third, I'm going to take max of this, comma. Min for fourth, comma. Count for fifth, and then close the bracket. So if I take 1, I'm going to get sum. If I take 2, I'm going to get average. 3 for max, 4 for min, 5 for count. Is that making sense, everyone? Please try this out quickly. Please try this out quickly. Can everyone? So basically the use case is that if you have to choose that instead of this formula I want to run this formula, or instead of this formula I want to run that formula, that time equal to choose can come into play. Alright everyone, let's take a break. See you all again at 11:45. Guys, take a break. Please be back at 11:45. Everyone's back? Everyone's back? Okay. Shall we begin offset? Shall we start with offset? Okay, everybody please pay attention on the screen. Again, you don't have to do anything right now. First, just observe what I'm doing and then I'll give you time to do it, okay? Think that this is a chessboard, okay? Now, you are sitting here. 1 second. Okay, you are sitting here. Alright, now you want to start from this point and go to this point. Alright, so when you say equal to offset, first it says reference. So what is your reference? Your reference is B3. Yes or no? Yes or no? Hmm? Now, it's second thing, it is saying rows. So you know in chess you can't go diagonal, right? You have to go either one way or the other, as in even in a table. So what you're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4 rows you'll have to go down. Yes or no? 4 rows you'll have to go down. Yes or no? So 4, comma. How many columns will you have to go to the right side to reach that point? Think again, Gaurav. Think again, guys. Think again. No, not 3, not 3. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. You reached B7. Now from here, 1 and 2. Yes or no? 4 rows and 2 columns. Yes or no? Okay. So when I do this, I reach this point. How do I know that? See, here I'm writing 1, here I'm writing 2. Okay. See the output here. What did I get? I got 2 as the output. What does it mean? That from here I reached here and whatever is written here I will get in the output. So if I had written 42, I would get 42. Is that making sense, everyone? Is that making sense? Yes, you don't have to do this right now. Just tell me if it's making sense or no. Okay. Same way. Now let's take another example. Let's say Let's say you start from here and you have to reach here. Okay. Now I'm writing some number here, so you will see whether you got that in the output or not. So tell me, how do I write this? My reference will be what? It will be this, comma. How many rows? How many rows? 1 row. How many columns? So here the columns will not be 2, it will be minus 2. Understood, everyone? Understood, everyone? Yes, absolutely clear. Absolutely clear to everybody. Same way, if you have to go up, upper side, you will use minus in rows. Okay, so with this example keeping in mind, now what I want you to do is I'm going to write some questions here. You have to solve them, okay? Keeping A1 as the base reference, okay? You got to write a formula, point to cell. So which cell to point to? B5. Then make a formula to cell to A10 and C1. Alright? Yes, everyone? Is the question clear? Keeping A1 as base, from here you got to reach B5, then from here you got to reach A10, and from here you got to reach C1. Go ahead. Please solve this. I'll create one so that you can use that as a reference formula. For B5, number of rows will be 4, 1. Yes. Please solve these three, and then I'll give you more. I've written total 6 questions. Please solve all of them. Let me know once you're done, guys. We'll see that today, don't worry. Done, everybody? Okay, please pay attention now. Please pay attention. Amit, I'm sorry I cannot repeat the entire thing from scratch again. You'll have to pick it up from here. What now we are going to do is, inside of set, now if you observe, we have usually three parts: the base reference, the rows and columns, right? But there is also something called as height and width. Yes, everyone, can you see that? Yes, can you see that? Now that is in box brackets, hence it is not mandatory to use, but we will see how to use that. Alright, we will learn how to use that now. Okay, so before I teach you from that angle, let me just explain you what height and width is. Alright, so again I'm going to take a similar situation where I'm putting this. Now tell me, what is the height and width of this selection? What is the height and width of this selection? Anybody else? Banu says 3 by 2. 3 by 3. How is it possible 3 by 3? Arnab, how is it 2 by 3? First height, then width. Okay, got it, 3 by 2. First height and then width. Is everybody concurring with 3 by 2? Yes, is this much clear to everybody? Why is it 3 by 2? Yes? Okay. Now tell me, what is the height and width of this selection? What is the height and width of this selection? Okay. Now tell me, what is the height and width of this selection? Okay. Now tell me, what is the height and width of only this selection? Just one box. What is the height and width of this selection? Perfect. Everybody understood this height and width? Yes. So you understood one thing also, that height and width can never be zero. Yes or no? Because if a single selection also is 1 by 1, it can never be zero. Is that much clear to everyone? Okay. Now what we are going to do is, I'm going to give a question. Find the sum of sales of March month, both branches. Okay, that's what it says. All right, now observe carefully. When I say March month and both branches, this is ideally the selection that I need. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, now also the question is keeping A1 as base reference. All right, that's the question, keeping A1 as base reference. So how I'm going to solve this is, I'm going to say equal to offset, keeping A1 as base reference. First, I need to reach the starting point of my range that I want to take the height and width of. So for that, I will have to say 3, 1. Yes or no? Yes or no? Three comma one is clear to everybody. Why 3, 1? Not clear? 3. So from your A1, 1, 2, 3 down and 1 to the right. So you reach 4,700. Amit and Ashutosh? Cool. Comma, comma. Now height and width. What is the height and width of the selection? What is the height and width of the selection? Absolutely clear. So you say 1, comma 2. But it gave me a reference value error. Why? Why did it give me a value error? Can anybody tell me why did it give me a value error? The formula is perfect, but why did it give me a value error? Can anybody think about it? Nobody? Come on, come on. I'll give you 2 minutes to think. Why is it a value error? If you want, you try it out and tell me why it doesn't give you a value error. I want you to be able to tell me this. Absolutely. So there are two values in the result. So what do you think needs to be done? Perfect. Very good. So I will say sum of this. Boom. Understood everyone? I'm so happy that you all got, at least some of you got it by yourself. I didn't need to teach this. Is this clear to everybody? Why? Because there are two outputs and you're expecting both outputs in a single cell. How is it going to happen? Right? So what you needed is some as in SOME, some function, either it is SUM sum or average or count or something to be able to define what you want to do with those values. Yes, yes, absolutely, Vivek. So that's what I'm just saying, that instead of SUM sum, you can have any function that you want to do on these multiple values. So internally, it gave you multiple values. Is that clear to everybody? Yes? Okay. Now I'm again going to give you two more questions. Please solve this. Again, keeping A1 as reference. So find the sum of sales of June, July, August of both branches. Find the average of sales of Mumbai branch all months. Yes, Vivek, we'll get to that. Don't worry. Let's go step by step. I'm going to keep the earlier formula open just so somebody didn't get it. And please solve these two also. A1 is the reference. Sure.
Hello.
Let me know once you're done with all three.
Can I talk with you, sir?
Everybody getting it? Which part, Madan? Which part?
Are you able to hear me, sir? Hello?
Which part, Madan?
Hello? So, I understood from reference cell A1, I need to move three steps up, right? Then I have to take one step right. Now the second part, one and two, I haven't got it. Are you able to hear me, sir? Hello? 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 Hello. Hello.
Madan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there very much. Hello. Hello. I guess I'm not audible. Hello. Hello.
1 second, Madan. 1 second.
Hello.
I was on mute. 1 second. I'll just. Yeah, Madan, you can speak now.
It's the formula that I've typed in. I understood till third place, as in reference cell A1, need to move down 3 steps, then write 1 step. Now the fourth one, that is one, and fifth two.
So
That I haven't understood the logic.
when we did this, you were there at that time?
Yeah, sir. I was trying to understand on my own, but in vain.
No problem. So whenever this happens, no, please stop me at that time only. So then you're not lost later on.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Tell me what is the height and width
Right,
of
right.
this selection? What is the height and width of this selection?
Which 3 by 2.
How is it 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes or no?
This, my net speed is not proper. Properly, when you're speaking, the image is not there on my screen.
Okay, okay, okay.
4 by 2, 4 by 2. Now it's getting seen.
Okay, and what is the height and width of this?
4 by 2. Just a minute. 1 by 2.
Okay, so what we have done here is that we wanted sum of sales of March month, both branches. Means these two, yes or no?
Right, right.
So that's why the height and width is put as 1 by 2.
Okay.
Okay, so that is this example.
Okay, got it.
Now same way, if you take the second example,
Okay.
it tells you want sum of sales of June, July, August of both branches. Means you will need to do June, July, August. Means this will be your selection.
6 by 2.
How is it 6?
With A1 as the reference cell.
Yeah, that is okay. A1 reference is fine, but this selection, what will the height and width be of this selection? See, you have 1, 2, 3 and 2 columns. So 3 by 2, yes or no?
7.
7?
Yeah. By 2. Okay.
I'm just talking about the height and width, nothing else. Is the height and width of this clear? Why
3 by 2?
Yes. So for this, what you will need to do, you will take sum. First let's do offset. So you say offset reference A1, comma, you need to go down 6 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, comma 1 column, comma height 3, comma width 2. And for all of that, you'll have to take a sum.
Right.
That's it.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Got it. Thanks a lot.
No problem. Everybody else also understood this? Is everybody clear with this? Yes? Anybody, any doubt, please ask me right now. Can I carry on, everyone? Can I carry on? Okay. Now we'll see a practical application of this, and I'm not going to solve it. You have to solve it again. So I'm going to give you 2 questions. It's 12:15, right? Okay, I'm going to give you 2 questions which you have to do it on your own after today's class. If we get time, if indirect gets over within half an hour, then we'll come back to this and we'll do it together. But anyways, you have to do it yourself. When I say together also, I'm not going to do it for you. So you have to do it yourself. but if we get time, you can do it here. Otherwise, you can do it on your own later on. All right. So please observe. I'm going to write the questions. You must understand the questions properly. Only then you'll be able to do it. Okay. So the first question is sum of X number of days. Okay. What do I mean by that is from 2. Okay. And what is the sum? That's the question. So what does the question say? From day 1 to day 5, what is the sum? Means what internally you will have to do day 1 to day 5. Yes or no? You will take a sum of this. Yes or no? Is the question clear? Yes. If I say suppose from 10 to 12, so you will have to find the 10th value, which is here. 10 to 12 means these three. Yes or no? Is the question clear to everybody? Okay, so that's your first question. And second question is average of last X number of days. Okay, so last how many is what I'm going to enter, and we have to find the average. So I'm going to enter, let's say 5. If I enter 5, I want the average of these 5 values. If I enter 9, I want the average of these 9 values. Is that clear to everybody? Is that clear to everybody? Yes. Are the questions very, very clear? Yes, everyone. Madan, are the questions clear? Vivek, I'm asking you to, Madan, so that you tell me right now if you've not understood. And Vivek, this is the practical example. That's why I'm pointing to you. Last question. Okay. So last how many? So whatever I write here, Pushpendra, the number, that's why. So what I'm saying is I want average of those many. So if I write 5 here or 4 here, I want average of only these 4. Is that clear, Pushpendra? Understand the question. Don't tell me whether you've understood how to solve it or not. That's up to you. Question should be clear. Okay. Now, this is one practical example of offset, but mainly the reason of learning offset is that the day you get into VBA, okay, the programming in Excel, Visual Basic for applications, offset is going to be used like crazy in that. So if you don't understand offset, VBA is going to be very tough to use. Okay, that's why we are forming the base for offset here in this course. So when you try to do the online course, which is a VBA, which is already given to you, it's a part of this course, but it's all pre-recorded. I hope all of you have at least seen that you have that course. Yes, everyone. It's there in your LMS, right? So when you start learning that on your own, you will understand why offset is so important. All right. So these 2 questions I'm giving you as homework as of now. If we are able to come back and we have time, we'll solve it together. Otherwise, you can do it in your homework and we'll discuss it next time when we meet. Good till here. Can I start the next topic? Yes. Yes, everyone. I hope you'll have written the questions. All right. Come to the next sheet, everyone, which is indirect 1. Come to the next sheet, which is indirect 1. Okay. Now, pay full attention again. I'm not going to repeat. Please pay full attention. And if you have any doubts, ask me here only. Again, I'm trying to form the base of what indirect is. So then I'll give you some things to solve and you have to try it yourself. All right. Please pay full attention here. Only then you'll be able to do it. What we are trying to achieve is a sum. Okay, let me just write Mumbai here. A sum of these values. Yes or no? That's what we are trying to achieve here. Is that much simple? Yes, this much simple. We are trying to achieve that we want the sum of Mumbai. But now what we want to really achieve is whatever city I write in this cell, I want sum of that city. So if I write Mumbai here, I want sum of Mumbai. If I write Pune here, I want sum of Pune. If I write Delhi, I want sum of Delhi. Is the question clear now? Is the question clear? Okay. So now observe very carefully how to do this. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these values, not the city name. Okay, I'm going to select these values, go into formulas, say name manager and say new, and I'm going to give the name as Mumbai. Is that much clear to everybody? You don't have to do it right now. Pay full attention. Okay, only then I'll give you time to do it, but pay full attention. Same way, we are going to say new and we are going to give a name Pune to what? To all these values. Sorry about that. Yeah, these values. Clear? Same way we're going to say new and say Delhi and give a range of this. Is that clear to everybody? Is that clear to everybody? Okay. Now essentially what we are trying to do is we are trying to say sum of Mumbai or sum of Pune or sum of Delhi. Is that much clear to everybody? Any doubt in this, you ask me right now? This much clear to everybody? Others? Some people are not responding. Okay. But now my question is that we did not want to write Delhi here. We wanted to say whatever is written here, I want output of that. Yes or no? That was the original situation. So what will happen if I press enter now? What will happen? What will happen? I will not get sum of Mumbai. Why? Because Mumbai's text. Excel doesn't know that you have made a name called Mumbai and you want the sum of that. Yes or no? Excel does not know that. You know you have made a name called Mumbai and you want a sum of that, but you've not told that to Excel yet. So how to tell Excel is by saying indirect of G3. When you say indirect of this value, what Excel does it takes that value and looks for a name of that value. Once it finds a name, it goes into that range and then gives you the sum of that range. So indirect, typically what does it do? It just converts the content to a name and looks for that name. Is that making absolute sense to everybody? Okay. Now when I press enter, I'll get the value. If I write Pune here, I'll get the value. If I write Delhi here, I'll get the value. Go ahead, try this. So first make 3 names, Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, and then try the formula. I'll give you 5 minutes. Please do this. And everybody, okay, now observe carefully everyone. This was one example of indirect. We're going to take one more example which is really amazing. Now everybody's done, right? Can I carry on? Okay, now you see we have three sheets: Mumbai, Pune, Delhi. Yes or no? We have three sheets, right? So suppose if I go for Mumbai and I say sum, so I will have to go to Mumbai and take a sum of this. Yes or no? Does this make sense? Right? Yes, everyone. Same way, if I say Pune, I will have to say sum and go here and choose Pune. Right? Yes or no? Okay. Now, in this particular example, you are seeing that the values are only from B2 to B13. But what if the values were different? It was still here, and in Delhi it was only this much. So what we are going to do is, instead of writing B2 to B13, we are just going to write B to B. Is that okay with everybody? Is that clear with everybody? Is that clear with everybody? So that n number of values, we can still get the same answer. All right. Now what we want to do is, instead of writing Mumbai here, we want to pick it up from here. Yes or no? We want to pick it up from the one that is written, so that I don't have to create three formulas. If I have Pune here, I'll get Pune. If I have Delhi here, I'll get Delhi sheet. Yes. So what I'm going to do is, first I will have to take this from here. Yes or no? So if I remove this and if I point it like this, see, it something weird happened. Okay. Why? Because, let me undo this, because, let me just write it again. When we say sum, oops, when we say sum of Mumbai, what we get is this. Okay. Now here, basically what I want is I have to create this inside the indirect. All right. So what I have to do is I will have to say this is your G7, but indirect, oops, sorry, indirect of this. All right. Still, I will not be able to get it. The reason is I will have to put this into double quotes. Okay. Ampersand. And again double quotes. I'll explain you this, guys, don't worry. Let me just make it first, so then I can explain it to you. and double quotes close. Now when I write Pune here, I get Pune. When I write Delhi here, I get Delhi. Okay, now let me explain this to you. What we wanted was, we wanted Mumbai this B to B. This is what we wanted. Yes or no? This is what we wanted. Yes or no? Yes. See, when you take any value from a separate sheet, this is how it gets created, right? So what we needed to create was, instead of Mumbai, we had to give G7, correct? We had to give G7, but it does not understand it like this. So what we will have to do is, we will have to say double quotes your single quote and connect that with double quotes with all this. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? So basically what you are doing is, I'm going to mark it as red. This is actually your part of the formula. The other part, oh, I've forgotten one ampersand here. Sorry. Yeah, this will have to be in black. I'll just mark this as black. Yes, I know this is a little complex to explain, guys, but once you get it, you don't require me at all. So what we have done is, basically we wanted to create the red part. Yes, we wanted to create the red part. Is that making sense? So what we did is, we put double quotes, then connected with G7, and then connected that with this. One double quote should be there. Where? Where? After the single red. No, not required, because we are putting G7 in the single quotes. Oh, we've not done and, everybody. We've not done ampersand. Shit, I thought we did this. Have we done ampersand? Oh, I'm so sorry, so sorry. Okay, basically what ampersand does, it connects two values. Okay, so if I put A ampersand B, I get AB. As simple as that. Is that making sense, everybody? Is that making sense? So there's that much. There's no other logic to it. It just connects the two values. So here what we are trying to do is, we are connecting single quote G7 single quote exclamation B to B. And that is what we are using in the formula. So what internally it does is, when you have put Delhi in that G7 cell, it goes to a sheet which is called Delhi. When you put Mumbai, it goes to a sheet which is called Mumbai. And when you put Pune, it goes to a sheet which is called Pune. I want you all to go ahead and try this, please. to close it. Single quote is basically because, okay, let me explain it this way. Okay, let me explain it this way, guys. What is single quote? Okay, so when you try to take sum of, suppose I go to Mumbai sheet and I take this, you don't get single quotes. Yes or no? There's no single quote in the formula. Yes or no? Correct? But when you try to take, for example, sum from a sheet where the name has a single quote, as a space, you will get single quote like this. So wherever sheet name has a space, you will get a single quote. Is that making sense? Thanks for that question, Piyush. That's a very good question. Is that making sense, everybody? Are you all getting it? I know it's a little complex in the beginning and it's really difficult to teach this one. I've tried multiple ways of teaching, but it's difficult to explain until you do it yourself. Got this one, everyone? Trying to get a bit confused why B2B and why this. Very simple. B2B is just the column. I know B2B is the column. That is clear. Why this is because whenever you reference any other sheet, Excel itself gives the colon. Not want to get me to next sheet. Meaning? I didn't understand this part. How do I explain this better? Okay, 1 minute. Yes, think if I can explain this in some other way. Just change the value of that cell to Pune. Okay, guys, let me do one thing. I'll just quickly explain you again. All right, forget what we just did right now. Let me explain you again. I think I might be able to explain this in a different way and you'll be able to do it. Okay, please understand this very carefully. Forget about the single quotes right now. Okay, forget about what we did right now. Just try to pay attention again. I'll just go a little more step by step. So I'm writing Mumbai here, right? What I want is sum of this. Yes or no? Is this much clear to everybody? Is this much clear to everybody? Yes. Now, now, what I want is I want to pick up Mumbai not from here but from here. Is this much clear? Is this much clear? But now the rest of the part is text. So I will have to put ampersand this and this. Yes or no? Is this much now clear? To connect the two dots, I'll have to do this. Yes. To connect that, I'll have to use this. Is that clear? And now I will have to use indirect because it does not know what I'm trying to do. Now is this better? Forget the single quotes right now. Forget the single quotes. Is this better? Yes. Is this much clear? If I change this to Pune, I will get Pune. If I change this to Delhi, I will get Delhi. Yes. Obviously, instead of this, what we did is just B to B. That you already know now. Right? Go ahead and just do this much first. Guys, go ahead and just do this much. I might have to extend about 10-15 minutes today. Just might. So please be prepared for that. I might have to extend about 10-15 minutes today. Everybody done this? Let me know once you're done with this much, then I'll explain. Everybody else? Done, everybody? Okay. So just focus on this right now. Don't worry about the single quote. Now, once you're done with this, if you have time and you want to try to do the single quote, what you have to think is, whenever you try to do something from a sheet which has spaces, the sheet name has some space, at that time see that you get this single quote. Is that making sense? Is that making sense, everyone? When you take a sheet which does not have any space, you don't get this single quote. So when you get single quote, that is when you will have to do that complex one. Is that now making sense to everybody? Sorry, it's a little difficult to explain. So today finally I found one way of explaining this. So next time also I'll try to use this only. Awesome. Okay, before we wind up, we have one more topic to do. Come to dependent data validation list, guys. This is very, very important. Practically, how often do you put spaces in data set? It's not in data set, it's the name of the sheet, Piyush. So generally the name of the sheet always has spaces, right? So that's why I wanted to teach you with the space, but I got a little complex. That's why we went step by step. Okay, everybody please come to this sheet. Let's cover this last topic. It's very simple but very, very important. Now, let's take an example of brands, okay, like this. So what we want is category and brand. Okay, this is our data. So the requirement is what? Whenever I make a category as TV, next to that I need a drop down of only the brands of TVs. Is that clear? Is that clear to everybody? Is that clear to everybody? Yes, no? Whenever I write mobile here, I want a drop down of only the mobile brands. So very, very simple. You have to understand one thing, that whatever you write your category, that should be the name of your range. Okay. So right, I'm going to take this and I'm going to say review, formulas, define name, and I'm going to give this range a name mobile. I'm going to take this, define name, and I'm going to give the name as TV. And I'm going to take this and say define name as a laptop. So first go ahead and define these three names, everyone. Give exactly the same name only. Go ahead and define these names quickly, guys. Let me know once you're done. Okay, now what we are going to now do is we're going to go here. So first we'll add a category. Okay, and I'm going to choose the entire brand column, and I'm going to say data validation. Give me a list of $E2. Okay, why is E2 here? But I will not put a dollar before E because that needs to keep changing. It should become E3, E4, E5, E6. But I'm going to say indirect of E2. So what will it do? It will see what is inside E2. It will go and check the content of that name and give me a drop down of only that. Boom. If I write TV here, I'll get a drop down of TV. If I write laptop here, I'll get a drop down of only the laptop. So first I will choose the entire brand column, go into data validation and write this formula. Go ahead, try this. Very simple but very effective. Yes, indirect of E2, Piyush. Understood, everybody? All right. But while creating the list, there was a dialog box given error. Want permission to continue. Can you show me why does it allow me to type even if I've created list and also even if I put small case? Banu, can you share your screen? We'll go one by one. First, I'll take Banu's query, then we'll take your query. Yeah, indirect of $E2. Oh, so stupid. Why are you not selecting the brand column first? Anu, stupid mistake. No, again. You have to select where you want to apply the data validation. No, where are you applying the data validation right now? You're applying it on E2. But where have you selected that? So first you got to select that and then do this now. Understood? Select the entire column. Control Shift down. Yeah, now do it. Correct. Now press OK. It has to work. Why will it not work? Understood? Vivek, can you share your screen and your query? Just a minute. Huh? I'm just taking the feedback link. Yeah. What's the query? Sure, Ashutosh will see that. LG is in capital. It should not allow me to type in small letters. Oh, it will allow. It will allow. It will allow. That's how it works. No. No. I'll still see if I get something. But as of now, I don't think this is anything. Ashutosh, can you show me your screen? And guys, we are done with today's class. Please put your feedback. I've posted the link. And we could not complete that part where the complete, obviously we will complete it, but I want you to try it on your own. The practical usage of offset, right? Yeah, Ashutosh, I've already given access. Okay, you got it. Okay. All right. You have to put one at the end. You put 0. That's why, nothing else. In the VLOOKUP, in the end, it should be 1. You put 0. It should not be false. No, that was correct, Ashutosh. Yeah. That should be true or 1. Put 1 there. Now enter and then drag the formula down. Drag the formula down. Yes, guys, we are done for today, but please fill the feedback link. Understood, Ashutosh? Cool. Thank you very much, everyone. Next Sunday, same time. Guys, please don't be late at all because otherwise you'll miss the beginning. Next Sunday, let me just see what all are we going to cover. Okay, first of all, guys, please complete your assignments in time. Not everybody has finished the assignments in time. We will be doing Excel tables, then we will be doing protection, what if analysis, then solver, grouping, ungrouping, subtotal. Yeah, this much next week. And the week after that, we will be doing pivot tables, sparklines, array functions, and little bit introduction to VBA, and also debugging formulas. So this is what is left in Excel overall. Oh, of course, what we are doing right now is also pretty advanced, Vivek. See, I'm trying to make it as simple for you. That's why it may not seem as advanced. But if you ask any normal person, do they know all this? They'll say no. We're trying to go very step by step. That's why you're able to pick it up so fast. Guys, please don't go without filling the feedback, yeah? And just one request, guys, if you feel that the feedback is not, you're not giving full the feedback, it's you must please write a comment, otherwise we don't know what to improve on, right? Please write a comment so that we know, okay, if you've not done something well, what needs to be done. That's a request, everyone. Otherwise we don't know what to work on. So please put a comment in your feedback. Only that will help us to know exactly what went wrong and how can we improve it. Thank you very much. See you all next class. I hope you all enjoyed. Bye bye. Bye everyone.